Hi you guys. So I'm starting the second video and focusing more on balance, standing work. This is from the mat work of Pilates, and so this is from Physical Minds did a standing series. So I'm taking pieces of this and I might add a few of my own things in there organically, but try to keep it really basic and give some different options. Remember, you can always modify, and the people I'm sharing this with are my clients who know about modifications already for their bodies. So if I don't speak on it, try to remember what I've given you here in the studio, and you can always call or text me. So anyway, okay, and I'll make it about 20 minutes. So let's start breathing and inhaling through the nose, exhaling out of the mouth. Remember to find your hip distance. Here's your hips, not here. Be in your big toe, pinky toes. I like to look down and make sure things are aligned. As I'm breathing, I feel my tailbone starting to drop down towards my heels, creating a third leg. I start to feel wider across my shoulders from left to right. I also feel the ribs on my front underneath my breastbone here, drawing into my back as if I was against a wall. So I want to have that energy in the back of my brain and my back body, right? Starting to have engagement without moving, having that co-contraction of the deep breath with the pelvic floor, multifidi muscles, transverse abdominis. Remember, your abdominals are here, but they're here as well, right? So inhaling through the nose, exhaling out of the mouth. Act as if you could gently draw the legs towards each other, just to have a little inside line engagement. We're going to start with roll downs. Inhaling or hinge forward if you need to not be doing rolling through the spine. And head nods. Start to roll down. There's a lifting like you're going up and over a bar. Rolling down, lifting into the back body, one vertebra at a time. Keeping your weight in the center of the feet, maybe a little bit more in the front of the foot. Shoulders relax, but don't let them be here. So there's a little bit of lift there. Engaging the glutes, the hamstrings, pushing into the floor. Bone by bone, stacking back up to that tall place. Never grabbing the floor, push down, ground into the earth. And again, head nod, rolling down. One vertebra at a time. And rolling up. I feel my outside line working with my inside line, with the front line, with the back line. Getting taller, becoming more awakened, connected in my body, ears over the shoulders, getting a little wider on each one from left to right. Drawing the navel into the spine, keeping that pelvic floor engaged. Stay here, bend one knee, picking up on the kneecap of the leg that's straight, so there's engaging into that hip, right, kind of tightening. And alternate here, breath, head is heavy. Just kind of checking in with my neck that I'm not getting kind of overworking there, there's no need. And one more time. Breath and breath. And I'm going to do just a little bit of organic movement in my feet, my knees, just kind of bending, maybe lifting one heel up as the other one stays down as I bend. What that looks like from here is we're kind of going like this, rising up and, right, really kind of in here, right, that's what that looks like. Pull up, not sitting back, be kind of forward. Maybe here, maybe here. Anyway, you get the idea. Breathing, start to roll back up. One vertebra at a time. organizing, yeah. And let's go ahead here and do a little bit of spine twist. We'll do 2 different variations, arms out to the side. Engaging, active body, belly is in, breath is consistent. Without moving the hips, this is contra body, disassociating, right? Moving the upper body, the trunk, the upper thoracic, while keeping the hips quiet. Press those shoulders down and slowly rotate back like you're wringing out a rag, and rotate. If there was hot air, bringing the arms up, you're pressing the arms down to engage into your back, belly is in, and slowly open. One more set like this, spiraling, really squaring up the hips, engaging, working on hip stability, and working on mobility of the upper thoracic. Reaching up, up, up to the sky with the crown, reaching down to the earth with the tail. Let's add on, if you want to be trickier, or keep it the same. We're going to put one foot on top of the other. This is a bent position, just like this. This is an active leg, so keep engaged. So here we go. I probably didn't need to look, but I did. And breathing here, strong arms. Hands can be facing down or front, either way. Ribs back, energy out. And rotate, pushing into both feet. I'm pushing my foot that's on top of the other foot. I'm pushing down into the ground. Slowly come back, trickier. I'm picking up on the muscles of that standing leg that's straight. And good. For time's sake, let's do the other side. I'd like to do more, but I don't want to make this too long today. So you can always feel free to do extra, rotate to the other side. This side feels a little trickier for me, right? And that makes sense. Our bodies are not equal. We have a stronger side, a side that feels more mobile, more stable, and it just depends on what that looks like. But here, harder. Breathe. Stomach is in. Press the shoulders down. Slowly rotate back. But here I'm not hip hiking, so we really want to keep level, right? So that was our spine twist. Let's go ahead here and take, let's take just a little bit of leg circles. So stomach is strong. This would be leg circles from the mat work. Also we do leg circles on the reformer, which is here to my right, which you can't see in the video. I'll give a couple options. Easiest option is hands on the hips. If you want more challenge, you can have the arms down or up, right? Don't hike the shoulders, regardless of what you do. And if you're here, kind of press down to help fill that idea of always staying connected to the rib cage arm. So from here, we're going to go in here and take a leg forward. Try not to dump into that hip and try not to hip hike. I'm reaching long on the floor. You can keep that leg here, or if you want a little more challenge, you could lift it up in space, right? But maybe it's just little slow circles on the floor, right? Or it's circles here. But I'm gonna do the circles here. I'm gonna have my arms up and do a little bit more of the advanced version. So don't sit in that hip, stay lifted up. We'll do 5 each way. So lift that leg and go one direction, kind of elbows. 1 and 2, lifting up tall for 3. Consistent breath for 5. That leg is reaching out long in space. The leg, that's the gesture leg, the working leg, and 3, and 4. Lifting into the back of the brain for 5, right? And lower that leg down. I look briefly just to make sure that I'm back into my proper alignment. It's good to do a spot check. We're gonna take that opposite leg. Again, not dumping, try not to hip hike. I'll do a couple with my foot on the floor, and then I'm gonna transition into my legs up just to show you. Breathing here, knitting together, and we're gonna just go 1 and 2 and 3. I have to kind of flex that foot as it comes back in so I can actually do like an oval, like I'm drawing on the floor, right? A little different when my foot's staying a little more grounded. Still tricky. And 3, and 4, and 5, and rest. Should we take that back? I mean, technically we would take it to the side and then we would also take it back. Yeah, let's take it back. I think it's good. So again, here's option 1, or here's option 2, or option 3, but I'm gonna demo this one. We're gonna take that leg back, the leg that you first began with. Make sure that you don't come forward. Here, I'm really in this column. I don't wanna start to do this or kind of be here. Really up long, right? Up on that standing leg. Reaching the toe down towards the floor. And here, and I'm gonna go 1. And again, I'm keeping my foot on the floor 2. I've got to get a little bit mobile with that foot. 3, like it's like here, and 4, and 5. Reverse, and 1, and 2. In the air would be 3, 4, and 5. Right? I'm going to face you again. And other side, leg back. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 4. Lift, and 3. Pulling for 2. Dropping down. Ribs back, and for 5. Rest, yeah? Leg circles, tricky. Let's go here and do, I think it's called open leg rocker, which we don't do in here hardly. It's very kind of complex, but I really like the standing one. It feels not as tricky, but it's challenging. So what that looks like, I think I'll do a side profile here, is I'm gonna go here and take the leg back, and I'm going to be here, and I'm gonna be in a bent position. Square, stomach is in, right? Breathing. So option 1 is to be here, straight up. Let me be clear about that. So this is a big hip opener right now. Keep the glutes strong, keep this knee tracking, belly is in. And now, I'm gonna take it here, into a pitch. I'm not rounding, right? I'm just here, little balance, or it can be here, right? So I take it back, come back up, and back. So, you know, I really want to feel like I'm, if my mat doesn't slide, I want to feel like I'm here, you know, because all of a sudden it's like, boom, if I want to come up or do something more explosive, right? So don't just be kind of loose on that leg. So here I am, and then, and one more, but the full version would be here. You really want to get tricky, let's do one extra, would be here, heart, and back. So we'll do the other side. Try not to round. I'm trying to keep my spine straight, but it's a lot of work. I always am thinking about what's going on back here. That helps me. Let's bring that other leg back, nice and tall. We're gonna go in here and bend, right? Really get that awesome hip opener. Strong spine, strong stomach. Again, option 1. I bring it in alignment, so you know it's kind of like right next to, and then I take that back, right? That's dynamic in itself. Option 2, and here, and back, here, and back. 2 more. Bend a little bit more here, right? And back. 1 more. Here, strong arms, shoulders back, and back, and come back up. Okay, everything's getting woken up. Let's do saw. So we're gonna go in here and take our legs, shoulder distance, maybe a little wider. I like to go a little bigger. It feels good for me. So be where you need to be in your body. And from here, this is going to be, again, trying to keep the hips square, working on rotation of the upper thoracic, or of the thoracic, of the upper spine. And so contra body, again, disassociation again. Arms out to the sides, Breathing here. We're going to rotate to one side without moving the pelvis. Shoulders pressing down. I'm going to start to either do a roll down or a hinge. So I can roll down, bone by bone, reaching towards that outside pinky toe. Right, shoulder not here, shoulder back. Weight in the front of the feet. Stomach is in. Engage those legs and glutes. Act like you're pulling those legs towards each other to keep an active inside line as I roll up, all the way up. Keep that rotation, and then I move back to center and rotate to the other side. Breath. And rolling down. Lengthening. Shoulders not here, but they're back. Breath. Up, up, up. Breathe. All the way back up. Tail down, crown up. I'm going to do a hinge on this one to show what that looks like as I'm here, and I'm going to hinge straight over, right? This is your long, straight spine, shoulder back, breathing here. And actually my head's a little too much, I just felt that. And hinge up. I have a clear idea from my head to tail, I hope, and come back. Harder, I have to think a little more. And over to this side. For me, that's just a little bit less organic. Reach, saw, lengthen, stomach ribs in, and lengthen up. Shoulders press down, tail down, and come back. One more time. Don't let those arms get behind you. Keep them in your periphery, and we rotate. And I'm going to do another hinge because I need it. It's apparently not my super happy place. Lengthen. Breathe. And lengthen up. If I make you guys work hard, I should make myself work hard, right? And not to stay so comfortable always. And last time. Breathing. Try not to get shifty. Keep your weight centered. Shoulders back. Really feel cross diagonal. Lots of things. Lots of things. This is complex. Yeah. Up, 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 and back. So speaking of hinging, let's do spine stretch, which is different than roll down, right? Which is a straight spine. I did a little bit of that on my video at the end, or towards the end. Let's work on that. I'm going to give you this position first to show you. So we're going to keep the hips. We want to keep the hips on top of the ankles, on top of the knee, on top of the ankle. So don't sit back, okay? This is so hard. We're thinking about this relationship. So it's like one piece. So that's how important it is I'm going to give it to you again because it's awesome. Breathing here, let's have the arms up and be more challenged if you can. If not, you can always have your hands on your hips. Breathing here, engage those legs like you're hanging on to a yoga block in between the thighs. And we go over. And I'm kind of testing my weight. I'm making sure I'm not back weighted. Breathing here, shoulders away from ears, ribs in, and then I'm going to lengthen all the way over to this V. I might bend the knees a little bit. In fact, that goes back. So I can keep that open, long spine, right? That's what I'm trying to go for. Keep engaged here. Stomach is in. I'm going to come back. And I'm going to hinge all the way up. Strong spine. And again, over. Hinge. Breath. If you have to be here, so be it. You know, find where you can have good alignment. Plug those arms into the pockets of the rib. Come back up to 90 degrees and strong stomach. Back up. And again, over. Breathing and over. Don't grab the floor with the feet. Open those toes. Back up. One more time. Over. And back up. Out. extension work, all my erector spinae, and it shouldn't hurt your low back. Get more gut, do maybe a little bit more of that posterior scoop of reaching the pubic bone up to the belly a little bit. I feel like I'm worked, I don't hurt. I feel a little bit more worked here, actually. I'm tired there. So let's go ahead here and do one more thing. I have no idea what time it is, but I think I'm getting close to the that 20 minutes-ish. So let's do here double leg kickback, but it'll be a modification, okay? And so from here, I'm going to take one leg back. Again, you see if I take that leg back, I'm not dumping forward, you know? So have that idea as you take the leg back behind you, that you're pulling the pelvis up slightly to elongate and ribs back, 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 right? Strong leg into the floor. Hands can stay on the waist, or they can get your sides. And if they're your sides, we're going to go in here and start to take your body over, square up. You can take those arms out to the side, and we're going to flex at the knee and the ankle and do a little double kick. 1, 2, reach that leg and come back up. Challenging. We'll do 3 of these. Shoulders open, reaching long, or here. Strong pelvic floor. We start to feel tired in other areas, and we start to lose this is a strong center, strong extremities. I speak that for myself, that happens for my body. And lift that leg first, then it's like a teeter-totter. It's even, breathing. Now from here, okay, I was gonna do a modification, but let me finish this one. Stomach is in, flex and do shh, shh, and reach long and come back up. So I'm kind of checking in. The breath is typically a little double exhale on the kick, but just breathe, okay? And I'm gonna do a modification. So from here, I'm going to bend the standing leg to elongate that back leg, right? So I'm not fully dipping over. And from here, I'm going to just pull in, reach, long, strong, and come back up, up, up. And that's tricky, guys. It's hard for me. Other side. But this is a work in progress. It's like, we practice, you get stronger, we get more efficient, we get more familiar, and so that's a good thing. I'll do the first one, I'll show the modification, and then I'll do the last 2 full variation. Breathing here. And I have that clear relationship from my head to toe, out of my toes, stomach is in. And from here, I go shh, shh, tracking that leg. It's a little shaky, it wants to kind of like, but I'm working those lateral hips. And I come back up, head to toe. And again, and on this, and you know, if this leg straight bothers you, you can be a little bent, you know, it's fine. But flex and go shh, shh, ribs in, shoulders back, reach, and back up, arms down, last time, over, square up, flex, reach, back up, and great. Let's go ahead here and just do a little stretch to finish. I think that's plenty of work right now, and let's go wide, breathing here. Inhale, arms up, ribs in. And as we exhale, we take a big bend, plie, round like you're going over a ball. Like you're like gathering the air, be in those feet, stomach in, push those knees open with your hip muscles and come up, roll up through the spine. Or I'll do a hinge, I'll show you. Lift up to the ceiling, ribs. Connected, tail down, but you can arch a little bit in the upper back. And this time, I'm just gonna do a hinge, to go over. So I'm a little more flat here, right? And then as I come up, I'm coming up without spinal articulation. Breathe. I'm trying to kind of be here, right? And, but it's like, then we're gonna do, I'll do one more with the rolling. Breathing here. And rolling up, right? Maybe I should stay side for you. I don't know. And one more time, we're gonna stay over on this one. And from here, I'm gonna put my hands on my inside of my knees. I'm gonna do just a little bit, right here and here. Let me face you again. Maybe give you another perspective. Here and breathing. Press for 2. Get a little organic, right? But just keep the breath. Keep the stomach in. Keep those feet alive. Breathing here. Extend the hips up. Stay over. We're going to bend into one leg. Keep that knee pushing open. Don't let it fall in. Keep this kind of engaged a little bit. Pressing and back and over. And back and over. Breathing here. And back, right? Feel yourself. Keeping that, not letting the knee roll in, but keep into your pinky toe line, your lateral hips. Breath and back in. Keep the rotation as we walk to one leg, pulling up on the muscle. If you have to be more narrow, be where you need to. No shoulders hooking. Breathe here. 2, 1. Bend into that knee. Stretch it back. Walking to the other side. Breathing here. Engage the glutes a little bit. And breath for 2, for 1. Bend. And stretch. And walk back to center. Walk those feet in. Internal rotation. Feel that hip bone, the leg spiraling in the hip bone. Breath, little shift. Walk those hands forward. Breathing here. Walking back. A little more. Breath. Externally rotate. Breath. Walking those feet in. Keeping it organic. Shifting. Shifting. Shifting maybe to Pilates V. Coming into that deep bend. Go parallel. Knees on the floor if it's okay. I'm on my balls on my feet. Yep. And I'll maybe stay profile for this. So from here, I'm just gonna come up. And if you want, you can take this back. Here and open out. Try not to over arch in the low back, but it's protected. And reach. Reach. Shoulder back, ribs in, rotating from the heart, up and out. Bring your attention into the space, noticing. And sweep that back around. And here, and reach. Breath. Ribs knit together, right? Stomach strong, glutes engaged. Breathing, maybe look down, maybe look up and out. And come back. One more time. Breath here, reach. Maybe it's here, maybe it's here. You know, I don't know where that's at for your body. I like to do this big hip opener and quad stretch. And back. And if the toes aren't happy, bring them down. You know, modify. And last time. Breath. Opening all that up. For 2, 1. And come back. Curl those toes underneath. Breathing here. Extend the hips up. You can do a roll up or a hinge up, but whatever you're gonna do, let's soften the knees a little bit, right? So, but active still. Push into the ground, rolling up. Creating space in between the segments of the spine. And if you're doing a hinge, you still think about reaching out long distally in both ends to create space in the segments of the spine. Inhale overhead. Exhale.